Hey guys, so the other day I was doing a review of something and it kind of gave me an idea of another video to do, which is today's video. So the other day I was reviewing the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Advanced Serum Plus or whatever, and it made me realize that there's a handful of products that I haven't really gotten a chance to really test or review for certain reasons. So today I thought I'd talk about products I had to discontinue and why. And this was kind of the leeway into it was this one I started testing, and I remember why I stopped testing it a long time ago. About a year ago I started to test this one and stopped, and then now I brought myself to review it and my skin starts freaking out, starts getting flaky, dry patches, texture almost even. It's not a good feeling. So once I stopped using this one again, my skin starts to feel better. And anyway, so next up I've got a whole handful of products. Few I've reviewed and gotten through and actually probably mentioned in the review why I stopped using them. And then some of them I never even got to review because I couldn't test it for more than a few minutes or maybe even maybe a day. Okay, next up, the Skyn Stradian. No, what is it? Hang on. This brand is very popular. I'm trying to think of it. Strivectin. Shows how much Strivectin I use. It's expensive stuff. So this is their Hyaluronic eye cream, and this stuff is so scented. Actually, I put it on one eye, and my eyes started watering. I started to get the headache feeling, and I stopped using it. And to be honest, it's pretty much full. Kind of seems kind of sad, kind of a waste. But yeah, it's so strongly scented. There's no way I was ever gonna get to test that or review it. So yeah, kind of a bummer. Although they do have some other products that aren't terribly scented, but most of them are super expensive, so it's just not a brand I'm totally into, but they're very popular. Okay, next up, I've got the Aveeno Intense Protect, which contained their new filter. This one was so thick and heavy. I tested it a little bit, and then I'd have to take a day off, and I just, personally, I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the feeling of it. I didn't like the aesthetics of it. I'll certainly... I tried to use this on my arms and things, and I could use it for that, but for my face, not so much. And I think they recommend it for face and body, and I just could not get into that. What do they say? The whole thing's in different language because I bought it from another website. But anyway, what do they say? Yeah, it has no fragrance in it, but it's just so thick and color, just, yeah, pale color. I really wanted to love it, though, because Aveeno has some good stuff, but this one was just not one of them. So this brand, interestingly enough, this is the DHC Astaxathin cream, which is astaxanthin is a very strong antioxidant. This product I actually really liked. However, DHC has made some terrible choices, and the leader of the company has made some terrible statements. So because of that, I will never really talk about this brand. Maybe if they make some changes, or maybe they have in the past, maybe they finally changed it, but when they make hateful comments and things like that, I'm kind of like, nope, out of the brand at that point. You know what I mean? I don't want to promote it. I don't want to discuss it, even if it's a good product. I just don't want to support that. So, yeah, I'll have to research it because maybe, the last time I talked to them was probably a couple years ago. So maybe they have changed things since then. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll do some digging on it. Okay, next up, the Cosrx Vitamin E Sunscreen. I wanted to love this one again. This one was too scented. So I tested this for probably an hour, and I had to rinse it off because it's so scented. Otherwise, Cosrx can make some good sunscreens, but this one was too scented. But the nice thing is, their newest sunscreen that came out, the Ultra Invisible Gel Sunscreen, has no scent, and it's lovely, and it's wonderful. So I'm happy about that. So this one's a no for me, but their new one, so far, I'm really enjoying it. So I'll definitely do a full review of it. Okay, this one, the Skyn Iceland Glacial Facial Wash. I should have got the hint when glacial was in the title. What do you think of when you think of glaciers? You think of ice, you think of chilliness, you think of coolness. And this one really does that to my skin. It makes my skin feel cold and chilly. I'm trying to remember which ingredient. I think they had like a peppermint or some type of mint oil in this. And it was really irritating the heck out of my skin, and I debated just handing it down, and I never really handed it down because I really don't want somebody else's skin to freeze off their face. So I never really did anything with it. And now I still have it. And I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of some of these. Maybe it's just to remember what I disliked so I don't repurchase them again. So, I don't know. I'm kind of weird that way. And maybe I'm a little bit of a hoarder. We'll see. Okay, this is a brand, Freck Beauty. I believe they're at Sephora now. I picked up several of their products a good while ago. And this was one brand I didn't have good luck with pretty much anything. Too much of the stuff had too much scent in it. Or oils, fragrance oils. This is their Cactus Cleansing Gel, which contains lime. Yeah, so this brand, they're known, I think, for their, I think they have like a freckle pen. I think they got popular for that, or maybe it was a moisturizer. And so I thought I'd try them all, and this brand was just not for me. Maybe for skin that's not terribly sensitive, but this one was not good for me. The lime oil, desert lime, that's what they had. Cactus, carrot, I don't know. Everything else in here is exciting except for the lime oil in there. Their toner was really, really irritating too. And I think I just tossed the toner because I wasn't going to give that one away to somebody. You know what I mean? Irritate the heck out of your... You know what I mean? If I don't think it's going to work well for somebody, I don't want to hand it down to a friend or, you know. Anyway. Okay, this is another product from Ultraviolet. This is their Queen Screen Super Glow Drops, which I thought would have a nice tint to it. However, when I apply it, I end up looking not like myself. If you see the tint to it, it's extremely dark. It did not work for me. I have very fair skin. And then after I purchased this and tested it a couple times, then I realized the goal of this was mix into your preferred daily SPF. Well, I'm not a chemist per se. And even chemists can screw up sunscreen. So I just don't think mixing and matching and making your own sunscreen is a great idea. Maybe if I use some self-tanner this summer, I could make it work. But I'm not going to mix this into a sunscreen. I guess I could mix it like a bronzing drop into a moisturizer and then use another sunscreen. But that seems like not the best idea either. So, yeah. But they have an illuminating version of this. That's what I wish I would have gotten. So, I had no idea it was going to be so dark on my skin and just look terrible. Yeah. This one is the TonyMoly Ceramide Wonder Toner, Mochi Toner. And actually, I like everything about this one, except for the fact that it has fragrance in it. I'm bummed by it. It's far too scented for me to use on a regular basis. This one isn't scented as strongly as some other ones, so I'll certainly probably pass this down to somebody. I liked everything else about it. The ingredients were nice, but the lemon seed oil, the rosewood oil in here, yeah, if they'd left that out, maybe they'll make a fragrance-free version of this one. That would be nice, because it could be a winner, especially when it's gigantic. The bottle is, what, like 90 ounces or 500 milliliters. It's huge. So, 2 small changes, and it could be a winner, but it's not. So, okay, this one I reviewed recently, and I like this one, and I can still use this. It's the SkinMedica Even and Correct, which is very expensive. I can use this occasionally, maybe like once a week. I can use it and fine, but when I was trying to test it and use it regularly, when I was testing it, this also, again, kind of started to irritate my skin, cause flakiness, dryness, all of that fun stuff. So I can use it for maybe a week, and then I need to take a day off and then use it for a little bit. But using it too many days in a row, it just really irritated my skin and almost caused like blackheads and things like that. So I'll certainly finish these because it was expensive, but maybe like once or twice a week. Certainly not 30 days in a row like no, I would normally do. A couple more. Next up, I've got the Neutrogena. This was their Bright Boost. This one, simple thing, it was too scented. Very scented. Strongly fragranced. I couldn't get through testing a ton. Ugh. I can handle like vanilla. I can handle herbal scents, but when it's like this stuff is bad. So I couldn't review this one very well. What is this one? This is Chasin Rabbits. I was really hopeful with this brand. However, this moisturizer, again, too scented. They have a handful of products, and most of them are pretty scented. So this was one couldn't get through reviewing because the scent was too strong. A couple more. Basha, which is now Kaput's anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This was their Barrier Defense Moisturizer. This one I found to be irritating. And they also came out with a peel around the same time, and that one was also pretty irritating to my skin. Basha had some winners for me, and a lot of their stuff was fragrance-free, and then a lot of their other stuff was just too strongly scented to use it. And last but not least, this brand, Niacid. Hang on, I don't think that's the name of the brand. But now I don't see the name of the brand. I have to think of it because they had a couple products. Anyway, this brand, Niacid, this one irritated my skin. I was able to use it a little bit, and I thought maybe I can get through testing it to review it, but not so much. And I'm trying to remember if that's... I'll link to it because I'll think of the name of this brand. But anyway, yeah, I picked up a couple things from them because they were supposed to be like the hottest, best thing. And yeah, something in here just did not agree with my skin whatsoever. So anyway, so these are just some interesting products that I just couldn't really test enough to really do a full review of. Some of them I really pushed through. Like the SkinMedica one, it's still very good. Just, you have to be very patient and very slow with it and cautious. Other ones, like the Strivectin, no. I don't even want to test that one out again. So, anyway. And the TonyMoly thing, I like that, but it's scented. I like everything else about it. So, anyway, so I have some real losers in here, and then a few ones that are like diamonds in the rough, and a couple are so close to being winners, but they're not yet. So, anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys, because I know everybody's got something that they spent money on, and they couldn't finish it for one reason or another. What is yours? Maybe you have a couple of them, or maybe you're like me and you have a bunch of them. And then what do you do with them? I mean, I don't even know what to do with them, because I feel like I'm wasting them. But I don't want to hand them down to somebody and have them, their skin freak out either. So, yeah, leave a comment with your thoughts below. Love hearing from you guys, and see you more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.